What's going on? So there's a family, for those that are not familiar with, how money is printed up, right? Our U.S. currency. There's a family called the Crane family that makes the notes, that our money is printed on, right? So the note is made out of 75% cotton and 25% linen. It actually comes in rolls, right? The Crane family thus sells it to the U.S. Treasury. U.S. Treasury stamps or cuts the paper up. For the sake of the conversation, we're going to use paper, cuts the paper up and then stamps dead presidents on it. And that's where you get your fiat note from. Fiat is a Latin word meaning let there be, or let it be. I'm making a point here. So the question is money the root of all evil? And this is not my opinion, this is a fact. No. We have to actually see who makes the money. Because money cannot make, or money can't create or make itself. Human beings have to make the money. In other words, human beings print up the money. So therefore, the root of all evil is in people. We know what money can do. We know that in order to basically survive on this planet, you need the three essential things in life. That's food, shelter, and clothing. And all three of those essential things have a price on them that humans put on them. Because Mother Earth, as far as dealing with food, Mother Earth has been growing our food for us in the abundance. Why is it that we have grocery stores where we have to pay for bananas, pay for apples, things that are grown off of a banana or an apple tree? Why is it that we have to pay for water? Let me ask you this question. Did human beings create water? So why are we paying for it? Why are we paying for land? Let me take it, let's go a little bit more deeper. Does Mother Earth have a price on it? And if it does, who has the amount of money to buy Mother Earth? Who owns Mother Earth? It just doesn't make sense when you look at it. That humans are the root of all evil, not money. Because humans create classism. Humans make it mandatory that you have to pay for water, food, shelter, clothing. Human beings do that. Straight up. And it's crazy how human beings act towards one another when they have more or less money in their pockets. Straight up. That's real talk. I could tell you the truth all day long, right? No one attacks the message. Straight up. Specifically when I'm talking about Atlanta. Nobody addresses what I have to say out of my mouth. But oftentimes, they attack the messenger to discredit the message by saying things like, oh, he was broke. Oh, look at these fake glasses he got on. Cheap ass glasses. Look at them dirty, nasty, unkept, nappy dreads. Look at the cap he got on. Look at the shirt he has on. Discrediting me. Oftentimes, people will attack the messenger instead of the message. Such as this guy right here. Let me read this comment to you real quick. This is a comment that this guy made on a video that I did called "Why Are People Still Moving to Atlanta?" And his name is Crypto Pimp 7890. And it reads like this. Ask anyone in Atlanta that is doing well in their careers, not low-paying retail jobs, DoorDash, Uber, etc., own successful companies, not a laptop-based business, and you'll talk to people that are very happy in Atlanta. First and foremost, I know this is addressed to me because, like, I'm going to read you the other paragraph and he's mentioned my name. You understand? But I did talk about how, I used to work for Postmates in Atlanta, right? And I assume that he's talking about me as far as dealing with, a laptop-based business. First of all, what do you know me? Are you at my home? Do you know that I got a laptop or a desktop? Like, how do you know what I'm working on? That's the first thing. Second thing is you try to kind of discredit me because I told you all that I used to work for Postmates. You're not discrediting anyone. You know how many people that work for Postmates on the side? Whether it's to, get them through college, whether it's to pay for a vacation, whether it's just to make extra money, period. So just because people that work retail jobs or work for DoorDash or whatever, that doesn't discredit a person from telling the truth about Atlanta. That doesn't make you more or less of a person if you make less money than another person makes. People like Langston are making big moves, so you know what I'm doing. This is what I'm talking about. Here we go with these lies, because that's what they are. You don't factually know me. You have no idea. Okay. Big moves, aren't making big moves in corporate America. You're right. And the reason why I'm not making big moves in the corporate America is because I learned from other people's mistakes. I have friends and family that work in corporate America, and they talk to me about just how corporate America is. And at times it goes through their minds time and time, over and over again, like, is it worth the money? The humiliation that you have to face, the racism that you have to face. I mean, hell, let's just be real. There's no way in the world I could be in corporate America because you got to look a certain kind of way. You can't wear a beard. You can't wear dreads. They have what you call what? A dress code. You got to wear a suit and tie. You got to dress appropriately, or rather, should I say, how they want you to dress. So, yeah, I wouldn't make it in corporate America. I wouldn't make big moves in corporate America because at the end of the day, you're nothing but a robot, a slave. Making big moves in corporate America, nor making moves at high levels as a business owner. Do you know me, man? This is what's pissing me, because you're lying. You have no idea what I'm doing. None. And this is why I don't like people such as this guy. If he were making big moves, he sure as hell wouldn't be worried about Atlanta and his people. You said enough. This is the reason why I left Atlanta. Because of people such as Crypto Pimp. And I've been dealing with these particular guys damn near all my life. You know what I'm saying? It's some uppity boule Negroes that's just so focused and fixated on their success, their small little group of people, and they don't want to help anyone else. I dealt with that when I was in college. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that all of these people that are in these black fraternities are the same way, but a lot of them have this same type of mentality. The fraternities such as the Kappas, the pretty boys. Straight up. I remember when I was in college, right? And, they had this, in the middle of the college that I went to, the HBCU, St. Augustine's College, they had, this whole grass area, right? So every fraternity had their plaques and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Places where you can sit down, right? I never forget it. So I wasn't familiar with the Kappas. I really wasn't familiar with the fraternities, you know what I'm saying, until I went to college. So it's like, it's like orientation, like couple first days, as far as being on campus. And I sat on one of their chairs. So they came up to me, the chair was like white and red. They came up to me and was like, yo, get the F off of the chair. And I'm like, so I'm ready to fight, because I'm like, yo, I just wanted to sit down. I didn't know it was their chair. But I faced that in college, the separatism. The separatism. And as a mature adult, when I went down there in Atlanta, I faced the same goddamn thing. Everybody's clicked up. That plain and simple. You want to meet some of the worst black people on the planet? Go down there to Atlanta. You'll meet people such as Crypto Pimp 7890 that will say, if he were making big moves, listen to this. In other words, if I were making a lot of money, right? He sure as hell wouldn't be worried about Atlanta and its people. That's the problem that we have in Black America today. Straight up. It's real talk. That's the reason why Atlanta is failing. Because of Negroes like him that don't give a damn about his people. All he cares about is his individual success. Nothing outside of his small inner circle. He's the one that turns a blind eye to the homelessness down in Atlanta. He's the one that turns a blind eye to the poor public school education that's down there in Atlanta. He's the one that turns a blind eye to the crime in Atlanta, to the high HIV/AIDS cases that's down there in Atlanta. He is your so-called talented temp, a part of it. I'm more than sure he probably read every book that W.E.B. Du Bois has wrote. He is the epitome of what you call the boule. People such as Crypto Pimp 7890. I named my channel called Long Live Langston. And the reason why I call it that is because I'm going to outlive this guy called Crypto Pimp. In the next 100, 200, 300 years, nobody will even know who this dude is, let alone all of these bourgeois black people. But I'll be documented here in the metaverse. Straight up. My words, my face, my image will live on, will outlive you. Real talk. Money is not the root of all evil. People are. And you need Neos from the Matrix, plural, such as myself, to go into the Matrix and to really shake up things and let people know why are you paying for things? Why you gotta pay for food? Why you gotta pay for water? They got us running in that gerbil wheel. It's crazy because Crypto Pimp, you right beside me. He thinking he's free. Just because he got a lot of, let's just say he may have more money than me. They really got you gassed. They really got you believing in financial freedom. How are you financially free when you got a bill where you're in debt for the rest of your life. You're not exempt from a light bill. You're not exempt from a water bill. You're not exempt from buying food, paying, shall I go there? Paying taxes on your properties. Let's just say you got properties, plural. I hate it when a man comes up to me and tells me, oh yeah, I own my house. Well, okay, cool. You want to be braggadocious and all the rest of that stuff? Because I'm renting for now? All right, cool. So being that you own your house, why is it that you have to pay taxes on your house if it's something that you own? I'm trying to understand that. You see, I'm not saying that I've broken the spell and I'm over here. No, I'm caught in the system, in the matrix, just like any and everyone else. But at least I'm woke. So the next thing will be like, oh, he one of them woke Negroes. You know what I'm saying? He one of them hoteppers. Burning incense all the time, wearing aunts and this and that and so forth. Nah. He's part of the conscious community. The Sinetters, the Polites, the Dr. Umar. No, I'm not none of that. I'm just here to tell my black folks the truth. That's it. I'm not gonna get off of this video later on and do Namur Cool and meditate and I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna watch the football game just like everybody else on Sundays. I gotta do it for my people. I gotta let people know that money is not the root of all evil. People are. That plain and simple. And when you go down to Atlanta, you're gonna see the worst. I'm not talking about white people right now. I'm not addressing any other race, right now, except black folks. Because you need to hear this. You need to be well informed. If you're thinking about moving to Atlanta, what to expect. And if you got high expectations, you better lower them motherfuckers. Because you're going to run across Negroes like Crypto Pimp. I'm chasing a bag. I'm making money. Oh, really? So let me see the money that you printed up. Yeah, exactly. You're not making any money. You're getting paid. And what the white man has given you, he could take it away. Regardless of whether you work for him or if you're an entrepreneur and you earned it on your own. They can freeze all your accounts and strip you for everything that you got. At least I know that. It's obvious you need to find out the truth. Let me ask you something, Crypto Pimp. How many buildings do black people own in Atlanta? See, y'all don't like it when I talk like this. How many buildings do black people own in downtown Atlanta? Or Buckhead? Or around Metro Atlanta? And I'm pretty sure you could count a few on your hand, or 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5 or 6 or 10. Yeah, but you know how many buildings there are in downtown Atlanta, Buckhead, and around Metro Atlanta? So the next question is, being that you all own a few things, that doesn't mean that you're running the city. That doesn't make Atlanta a black city because a couple people own a couple of things here and there, and there's a couple millionaires that live in Atlanta. That's not saying anything. All you're telling me is that Atlanta is nothing but blackface. That's it. That once you wipe the melanin off, the truth is, white people run Atlanta. And you black folks are just pretending. And let's be real. Let's just say you all are running Atlanta. I can tell you, I've lived down there. And I look at the news almost every day about Atlanta. If you all are running it, y'all are doing a horrible job. The local government is corrupt. crime is crazy in Atlanta. Murders in Atlanta just as well as in Metro Atlanta. Just Friday around 5 or 6 o'clock p.m. at Perimeter Mall in Dunwoody. Because I know what you're going to say. You're going to be like, oh, that's not Atlanta, though. It's Metro Atlanta. So the crime has poured out. Like it's stemmed in the heart of Atlanta, and then it just poured out into Metro Atlanta. Just this past Friday, about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you know what I'm saying, in Perimeter Mall. I'm very familiar with that mall. You understand? I've been there quite a few times. It's a decent mall. Straight up. Got Maggiano's over there. You know, you eat your Italian food and all the rest of that stuff. Well, just the other day, Friday, this past Friday, 2 guys got in an argument and they had a shootout inside the mall. Let's just really like analyze this. Not outside, like in a parking lot. Not like outside across the street. No, inside the mall. This is not a hood area. I stayed a couple minutes away from Perimeter Mall. Perimeter Mall is kind of like, you might as well say it's like Sandy Springs / Dunwoody. Dunwoody / Sandy Springs. We're talking about in a good area. A shootout. Buckhead. That's in Atlanta. Can't go to Lennox Mall. They're shooting in there. They're shooting outside the mall. So even if you want to say, and it's factually so, if you want to say that, let's just say it's facts, that black people running Atlanta, they're doing a horrible job. Straight up. That's real talk. Don't you all ever tell me that money brings out the worst in a person. No. It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, money is not the root of all evil. People are. And you would think, after all we've been through, from the time we've stepped forcibly on this land. Now, I'm going to say that, and I know you all are going to be like, well, we were already here, the Meckians, and we were travelers, the Moors, and this and that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to go with this narrative, because most people know this narrative. We stepped forcibly, we were forcibly put on this land. We've been going through all of this shit, this turmoil. And we still attacking one another till this day. And if Willie Lynch didn't exist, if the Willie Lynch letters were just made up, we sure as hell following those guidelines to the T. The young versus the old. This is the black community. The young versus the old. Women versus the men. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's a continuing legacy that we give to one generation, to the next, to the next, to the next. This man, Crypto Pimp 7890, tried to discredit me because he's basically saying I'm not making enough money. I'm not making any money at all. So why should we listen to a man that ain't making money? Here we go once again, attacking the messenger and not the message. You know everything that I've said about Atlanta is the truth. You know it. And if you live there, you see it every goddamn day you walk out of your goddamn house. But yet and still, you want to attack me for telling the truth. That's fine. I'm going to tell you, and this is factual. Money is not the root of all evil. People are. You want to take your ass down there in Atlanta? For those that are interested in Atlanta, go down there and see for yourself. Other than that, my word is bond. My name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video. Peace.